Hello everyone, welcome to day 338 of a Stitch a Day 365 days crochet challenge. In today's video we are going to crochet this 3D Clover stitch on a mesh base, on a base like this. Okay, so for this you will need to first calculate the foundation chains required to crochet the mesh stitch. Each mesh requires a multiple of 3 stitches. Okay, so each mesh is crocheted on three single chains. So I want a space of 5 meshes in between, so that is 15, and you will need 3 mesh here, 3 mesh here on either side to accommodate this clover stitch. So that will add up the total to 18 plus 6 for these 2 meshes will be 24 plus 15 stitches for the 5 meshes in between will be 39. Okay, so that we need a multiple of 39 stitches, but I'm going to crochet in a smaller base. I'm just randomly picking up a multiple of 3 and just continuing to work. Okay, so you're going to skip the first 8 chains, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and you're going to make your very first double crochet stitch, creating the first mesh space. Again chain 2, skip 2 and make another double crochet. Again chain 2, skip 2 and make another double crochet. So when you're crocheting in a mesh stitch, the clover stitch can be easily placed because you don't need to worry about the front loop, back loop. For people who had watched our previous video would understand how the clover stitch works. So anyway, I'm going to explain it from the beginning. Okay. So here I have my very first row of mesh stitches. Okay. So if you place this here, it doesn't accommodate the height of the clover stitch fully. So I'm going to do one more row of mesh stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 2, make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet, again chain 2, so because this is a smaller swatch, I'm going to place the clover stitch in the middle. Okay, so now I have not completed this last double crochet because I want to change color. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, so there are 7 spaces here. I'm going to place the clover stitch over here. So let's start with that. I'm going to change colors right here. Again chain 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5, turn your work, make 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 more double crochet, again chain 2, 1 more double crochet, and now this is where we are going to create the mesh stitch. Start by a chain 7, and then slip stitch into this space right here. Again chain 7, slip stitch into the same space, again chain 7, okay, so you have 3 loops. Now chain 1, sorry, you have to make a slip stitch, turn your work and make a slip stitch into this very first chain space, chain 1, okay, make a single crochet into this chain space, make a half double crochet, make 3 double crochets, chain 3, slip stitch, okay, again chain 3, make 3 double crochets, make 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, drop your loop, pick up the loop, from this second chain space, okay, again chain 1, make 1 single crochet, repeat the same petal again, 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochets, chain 3, make a slip stitch, again chain 3, 3 double crochets, one half double crochet, 1 single crochet, and then you have to create the uh, stem for this. So because this is a mesh stitch, already everything is so loose, so I don't want to add more chains to it. I'm just making a triple crochet, stitch into the first mesh stitch right here. It's creating the stem. Now, so we want to gather all the 3 petals in one place. So what I'm doing is I'm dropping my loop and picking it from the previous petal, chain 1, and then you move on to the third petal. When you do that, again make a slip stitch with the first chain and the top of the double crochet, okay, slip stitch into that kind of brings all the petals together, okay. Now slip stitch into the chain space and repeat the petal, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochets, chain 3, make 1 slip stitch, again chain 3, 3 double crochets, one half double crochet, 1 single crochet, and now we are going back to crocheting the mesh stitches. So again drop the loop, come back into the stitch right here, pull up your loop, okay. So this mesh is consumed for this stitch. Just make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, and start making the mesh stitches. Okay. Now we are going to move on to the next row of mesh stitch. So again chain 5, turn your work, make 1 double crochet, chain 2, make 1 more double crochet, chain 2, make 1 double crochet, into the space right here, chain 2, and make 1 double crochet into the double crochet right here on either side of the clover stitch. So this will straighten up your mesh, accommodating the whole clover stitch. Again chain 2, move on to the next space, make 1 double crochet, again chain 2, move on to the next space, so when you make a 3D stitch on a solid base, the pattern will be slightly different than making it on a mesh base. Okay, so now you can again change to brown and make 2 rows of brown, and into the third and fourth row you can repeat the whole thing again. But this time if you want, you can place the stitches, place this clover stitch on either side of this particular clover stitch right here if you have a bigger base. Do try out the stitch, and if you have any doubts, please leave it in the comment section below, and I'll meet you tomorrow with yet another interesting crochet stitch.